got it done. Alright, someone knows Berserk on Obi's side.
Another
More
Genji glove.
And they're hanging their head. They know they have to go to Fanatic's Tower. Level 26. See, this is what I was talking about with the experience scaling only being 2x instead of 2.5.
Yeah.
I think it over the course of the run, it's sneaky. It never feels like I'm falling that far behind, but I'm never seemingly ever ahead, at least in what I've played so far.
Does that also, influence your routing? Do you tend to route in more checks that have more forced encounters, since you'll have to level up more throughout?
Yeah, I think it changes my when do I do those, because a lot of times I like to do them early to kind of get started. But now I've been thinking like, well, maybe I need to save like one of those for like one of my last checks so that I can get the most amount of experience out of it.
Okay. Apparently Strago can equip our Valiant Knife here.
I thought I saw that too.
I thought it was Gao, but I guess not.
To swing.
Also, Glue showing off why Tritok sometimes is not the best summon, because healed basically all of the tentacles. Because one tentacle absorbs fire, one absorbs ice, one absorbs lightning. It gets bad.
There'll be a couple good spots, like tier 2 is a good one to bust out.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, well, what do you think? Strago doing 4K with a Valiant Knife? Certainly better than whatever he was doing with Magitech, I guess, right?
Getting more Pearl Rods. Yeah, Obi's stocking up for the worst possible Fanatic's Tower. Which would be Goddess, I think, at this point, with the Pearl Rods, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because then because even Berserk means love token, right?
Yeah.
Goddess would be hideous here.
And because it is definitely a certified cursed steed, like, I think all nasty possibilities are on the table at this point.
All right, well, I think Glue also just found out the bad news. I don't know if he knows that this is the only place that Terra could be, but he just saw that Terra is there.
Equipping Bahamut on somebody?
Yeah.
This says to me we're doing it.
Yeah. Making sure I got Berserk. Yeah, this is a Fanatic's Tower play here from Brinks Glue as well.
Berserk my hitters. Cast Tritok and Bahamut and hope that's enough. Yeah, I think we still got a pretty close...
Rexol would also be a horrible boss to see at the top of this tower, too. Another dragon.
Yikes. The problem with Berserk... Is it going to work?
It should work, unless you have 2 Illuminas or a Force Shield. And
it's just that magic. Yeah, it's just magic of it. It's not guaranteed.
Which may be the dumbest thing about Worlds Collide. That and summoning instant death espers don't always work. That's another one that is a big pet peeve of mine.
They're both taking the dragons in here.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if you wanted to learn a spell before the boss at the top. Oh, they both have Osmos. Actually, doesn't really matter, because they're not going to be casting
we use magic
spells.
For, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to increase progression before that boss, and if I wanted to take this dragon, I would probably do it on the way down rather than on the way up. But if I was feeling confident in my squad, or I wanted to like hurt Strago a bunch before went up there then. Gym box. That's not what we're looking for.
Yeah, I have cursed everyone.
Well, we haven't figured out what the boss at the top is yet, so...
I think it was Tornado Keith was calling for leader.
That would be nice.
I'm calling for Goddess.
Oh, a Super Ball.
Okay, that's the nice thing to find in the chest right before you're fighting the boss. Yeah, so Drinks Glue is getting out of a lot of these fights with at least one party member down. That will sort of add up over time. 2 gem boxes in Fanatic's Tower. Thanks, game. I guess at least that's a lot of money for more pearl rods, right?
Yeah, in all the espers we've seen so far, we have not seen.
I'm hoping for
calmness
Elite River.
protection.
I'm hoping for Elite River required.
Well, Tara's
Well-
got the 4 checks. We know Sealed Cave is dead.
Yep.
Sacranes.
I'd probably go. We're in World of Ruin. I go peak Mobley's.
We're berserking ourselves.
Yeah, this one shouldn't be too
Ooh.
bad.
Yeah, it should be okay. They're gonna throw some nasty magic around though. We got Edgar sufficiently angry. So angry. Yeah, Tursman, this is the one. No magic. Black magic.
Yes, the Empire West likes that.
Yeah, so Fanatic's Tower required without being able to use attack magic is always fun.
Honestly, it wasn't too bad this time around.
No. That boss is pretty tame. All things considered.
Yeah, and there was a berserk on a couple of different espers, so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When you remove those spells from being learned, it increases the amount of chances that all those, either support or healing spells get onto the Esper, right? Because the Espers will still teach you between 2 and 5 spells. They just get, so not having the
makes
attack
sense.
ones means the other ones will show up way more often.
Yeah, we're about to get to... We're getting our exercise in here as we go down.
Yeah, we're seeing some good stair movement here. Doing this with B dash is a lot of fun.
Obi
which-
is going back up because he forgot the chest here. Yeah.
Which B dash is like a flag where you can hold B and move
Run
even
twice
faster.
as fast. Yeah, this is nice and soothing after a long boss battle, just to rotate your thumb on the D-pad.
I personally use an analog stick, but
Yeah,
It's
soothing
okay.
unless I break the rhythm and then I'm like
You accidentally go up the stairs.
Struggling
as
the whole way
Drinks
down.
Glue did, yeah. All right, so
Terra shock.
Oh, wow.
Terra!
Wow.
Wow,
Not,
alright.
not coming in.
Yeah, so considering we have Valiant Knife Strago, we have Cyan with the Dragon Horn, Edgar with the big swords, and Gao with Throw. There's, yeah.
Yeah, loot? I guess?
Definitely
Yeah,
loot.
I don't know why. Yeah. At some point, you got to be like, hey, I've got everything I need, right? It's hard to tell at what point you stop looting, but with the composition that we have, I think I don't think we need much of anything else.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. They might be looking for their armor on a couple of characters is like leather.
Yeah.
But
The best defense is a
back
good
rowing
offense, Fitz. Come
is
on,
the
man.
best way well, I was gonna say being in the back row is the best way to not have armor, right? Um, but
Armor doesn't matter if you don't take damage.
we're gonna say that, but these final Kefka bosses
That's
could be
true.
pretty high HP.
All right, so Drinks Glue did take Cyan out of the party for Terra.
Yay!
Interesting
girl.
choice there.
My
Well,
girl.
she can swing one of those spare Ragnaroks around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it totally makes sense.
Drinks Glue has one in my eyes. Doesn't matter if he wins the race. He wins in my heart.
All right. Well, Keith is going to get his 9th Esper here at the bottom of the ancient castle. See if he does the dragon. And we get our first Terra check here. And it's Welk Spot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Chat pointing out that without having a really good, like a good spear for our jumper, shock a
Oh, realm! Ooh.
Oh, boy.
It's Magic Master! We got Berserk though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We're
this is a free
Good.
fight here.
We're good.
I disagree, actually. I would rather have the jumper, even with like a pretty mid item, over shock. Shock is, well, okay, it just did 5,000 to Magic Master. But shock is not going to be as good towards the end game, right? Its potency decreases with the higher you get in the game, and especially on the final tier of Kefka, where shock's damage gets split in half. It's not really all that useful.
Yeah. If we had seen like a magic power boosting Esper, and gotten Terra, like I could see a scenario where it would be better, but the jumping is going to get more powerful as we get those end game levels.
Tech Realm, interesting.
Yeah. Well, we did complete Cyan's dream, but we mentioned earlier that objective is not active in this flag set, so we don't get access to all the sword decks.
All right, well, Obi will be getting character 6 here. So we're getting close to that KT.
Well, Strego goes down.
Obi decides to brute force it. This is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. I mean, it could certainly work with the party that he has, I think. No. Actually, no.
This fool is going to hit really, really hard. And
because right now, Gao is the only one that could even hurt Magic Master all that much.
Yeah, without procs.
No tech missile, right?
Yeah. I don't think Obi picked up that VK for Strago.
Did he not use Berserk at the top of the tower? I'm confused.
I feel like we saw it because Edgar was swinging things. There were some Pearl Rod cracks too, but... Ew.
Hey, there's our 7th character.
Ouch. Setzer. So there's a lot of checks to go find the last Esper, right? Like, or in Drink's Glue case, ooh, Doom. So yeah, that's always tough.
Setzer is great for finding as your last
Search
character
Skies,
before
yeah.
Espers, because Search the Skies can only be Esper item, right? And it's a very quick check.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ouch, Gao's in trouble. Double poison frog counter. Gao goes down.
Yeah. Take the time to learn Berserk. For sure.
We did see Berserk go off. In the fight, he used it on Edgar, so
Okay.
we do know that they have Berserk.
Drago putting the team on his back there. 9,000 damage.
Chopping.
Oh my god, that's a relic shop there too.
Yeah,
Atlas armlets, earrings, rage
armlets.
rings. Alright, so if your drink's glue, you still need 13 espers for skip, so I don't think you do that at this point, right?
It would be tough. It would be tough.
The only reason you do it is because you're feeling under leveled and you gotta go
yeah.
kill some stuff anyway.
I think to go get 3 more espers, I imagine it would still be faster to just like take your full party, clear the middle, and then reform versus. I don't know. It would depend on what fast checks I had available.
I do like the strategy here from from Obi. He bought Rage Rings, which will negate fire. No, will negate lightning, right? Thunder, and will absorb fire. So he has that on 3 of his characters now for Magimaster, and that takes care of 2/3 at least of his attack spells for the first few turns. So I like that play if he's gonna not use Berserk.
Ramu, though, that's a 9th Esper. They only have 1 more to go.
Yeah, where are we going? We're gonna go.
Hide your item?
Free item, yeah. This one's super fast, so.
Yeah, so we do have a few options we can do here that are peekable. Daryl's Tomb. I don't know if Drink School got to Zen Thief or not yet, right? And in this set of options, the auction house does have 2 espers. Oh no, it doesn't because it's no free progression.
I was gonna say, like, it could. And then it would also still be cursed because it. I saw from the notes that the airship piece is in the pools. So
yes, that shows up a lot more than you think it does.
I was like, I don't think we needed to make it worse.
No. Yeah, so Daryl's Tomb is peekable. I think Fitz, you mentioned before Mobliz, right? That's another peekable check. So
I would probably do Mobliz for, like, at this point I'm always thinking, what's the fastest? Like, what's my fastest peekable? It's probably Mobliz, followed by this one.
Ooh, nice Super Bowl roll. The problem with Mobliz, if you're worried about levels, is that only half of your team is going to get levels in that fight, right? So,
very good point.
Yeah, so here we see Obi taking advantage of the Rage Rings. Bolt 3 does absolutely nothing to Gao.
Yeah. Healing a lot as well. Keep everyone, mostly Gao, rocking. Yeah, I think we saw those tax stars come out too, so I like the approach of coming back and really, it's like, I got to get through this, so I'm throwing all my big things.
A little scan coming up here. Vanilla strats.
I mean, if it's holy, you know, crack that.
Or one of the bolt beams that we've got.
Oh, halfway there. Poison.
Debated. All right, and I think that was Mog, right, on the tombstone at Daryl's tomb. So Drinks Glue resetting out of there.
Onward to the next peak. So this is the character.
He's still got a lot of HP.
Where would y'all go next? Yeah, this fool's got 30k.
Oh, Drinks Glue petting the dog. I wonder if he's going to give us dog skip. Will he save the time and kill the dog?
What? Oh, it is a character.
Celeste. Yeah, I'm going it to Zen Thief, and if that's not an Esper, then what do you do here? Ooh.
Petting the dog. We have a cat that we pet in Jets of Time for validation, so maybe
The Kronos cat.
Drinks
yeah.
is trying to get that going, but Chronos House is kind of a nice free heal, unlike making a random trip to World of Ruin Mobley's. But are we doing the realm check? Yeah, I would agree with this. Of like,
Yeah, so your choices are
counters here.
Zozo Tower or Owzers or Leet River, right? Those are your choices.
And even I would have a hard time going down the river at this point.
This is pretty yucky.
It should be good experience if we can get through it. Just gonna turn back to Obi putting up a tough fight here. Really must have hit that holy scan.
There it is.
Really showcasing the hard way.
Get dunked on.
Ooh, Quasard on Drinks Glue side. Who's Quasaring? Is that the veteran or the madam?
Madam, probably.
We got some life threes and roulettes going out. Yeah, this is a gross fight at high level and low level and medium levels.
Oh, you know what? I think Tritalk is also a decent play too for Drinks Blue, right? That's a spot we can go check, and it's only an Esper item.
Oh yeah.
Of course, watching Obi go up to Kefket Narsh made me realize that.
Oh no, the sadness.
Yeah, he's gonna be sad when this is a character.
Well,
Actually,
like
he still needs an Esper anyway, right? He's got only 9. Let me make sure I'm...
No, this is a red cap.
Yeah, it's a red
that's
cap.
right. That's right.
And he didn't go. Oh my goodness. I was going to say, we're going to have to ask all of our runners about... How about that red cap, huh?
Come on, don't you want a Mario hat?
But, like, there are faster checks than Kefka and Narsh to get an Esper, so I think it makes sense to go look. See, it's not a character.
No, no. You do the check. If you walk all the way up there,
oh, because you can warp down. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And it's not like he only has like 2 party members or 3.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. I don't know. Maybe after seeing Magimaster, I might be a little like, well, who's up there then? Like, because I don't think Obi's seen any of the statues.
Well, we do have to defeat Doom to get Realm. So, well, not Realm. The other guy.
Setzer.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, so they will see one of them, but there's some nasties still out in the boss pool. Which as the scene goes on longer and longer, really starts to concern me a little bit. Like, I'm always like, oh, come on, like...
Especially with, you rolling the seed and Goku doing commentary. That's the 1-2 punch.
We really have summoned some dark forces here.
I think it's kind of insane that Obi was pretty far ahead in the beginning of this seed, and then it funneled into, we've got to do a few checks, and now the runners are all within, like, a couple of minutes of one another.
Yeah, we're getting our third look at the magical master here. Berserking.
Hey. Somebody in the chat called this boss out.
Leader.
And he did.
Hey,
He did. Okay, is this an Esper?
Or is this one of our remaining 3 dead checks?
Bing!
Sure,
It's our
calmness
calmness.
and Golem.
Only calmness protection.
Golem mode and Golem.
Ooh.
Incredible.
Do we know Life 3?
I haven't seen it. I can't definitively say no, but
Golem in go mode. That is
Their
amazing.
levels are good. I think they go. And they only took one dragon, so shout out to Moogleplex for the raid. But
Yeah, their bosses are level 45 though.
and a delayed shout out to Pero Canaras. I know they raided us towards the beginning.
Yes.
But yeah, I think they have the levels, they have the power.
They're
Ooh.
still under leveled. Yeah, their bosses are going to be level 45, and they're splitting up their party. Yes, we have Terra with access to shock and big beefy swords. We have access to Strago and Magitech, Gao and Throw, and Edgar swinging big things too. But yeah.
But
Yeah,
there's a lot of bad
Glue.
bosses out here still.
Drinks Glue, the first one in the tower.
123. These sort of different flag sets, it can be hard to get a sense of like, am I ahead? Am I behind?
Good point.
Like,
I mean, you have to figure in this flag set with starting with 2 characters and needing to get 1 extra character and 1 extra Esper than you normally would, right? That certainly adds at least 10 to 15 minutes on any seed, right? So
that's 3 more progression that we have to get essentially. Starting with
less too. So actually, you're right. It might even be longer than that. It might be
then
20 minutes longer.
The quick free checks are off the table. So I think like those combined, I might add like 15 or 20 minutes to what I would consider like a good going in the KT time.
And for this one especially, 13 Espers is very difficult to get. We're not going to get a lot of skips. Because skips can sometimes
really
save you a lot of time.
Like take that Celeste and then do like Magitech Factory. But yeah.
Behind Mobliz, so
which would have been gross, potentially.
Keith walking out here. Maybe he's thinking, okay, I know where my character is. Let's go get my Esper first. Yeah, so after defeating Doom, as I mentioned, Obi using that Sky Render on Cyan for jumping.
Nice. Yeah, that'll probably be the best thing that Cyan can jump with. We never saw a gauntlet. That's what I love to see with a natural jumper and finding a horn. Is like, let's get that gauntlet so we can two-hand those swords and spears from the skies.
Here's an interesting fight at the Inferno spot.
Yeah, I believe most of the time find this fight to be too hard.
But without bolt magic.
I mean, he's still...
Water Edge. They're going to have a lot of hit points is the problem.
Yeah, so to recap, just in case you're joining us late here, this is the Empire West flag set. This is no attack magic. Shops were half price, basically. They're 50 to 100%, and they chests were 40% random. The other interesting thing about this particular flag set is you start with 2 characters, unlock Kef gets 7 characters, 10 Espers, and we get an Illumina for helping the injured lad, which most of us did. So that's the only Illumina that we'll get in the seed. As far as this seed specifically, we found Ragnaroks in a shop, and we had to go to get Strago at Cyan's Dream number 2. Then we had to go to Fanatic's Tower to get Terra, and in a seed with no offensive magic, that's a lot harder than it sounds. Our runners had to use Berserk and rods and fun stuff like that. And eventually the seed opened up, but after we already kind of had 7 characters, right? So yeah,
it was generous early, which I find as a runner gives
Red
me
flag.
great concern. Because I'm like, how are you going to boomerang on me later on, Seed? You're going to be like, oh, we'll have all this stuff, but you're going to go on a journey to find your progression, or...
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
we also found that Setzer's checks. Well, yeah, because we found Mog at Daryl's tomb. We found Celeste at Mobla's. So our seed definitely opened up after we got Terra, right? So
Yeah.
picking up some more Ragnaroks. I think we're trying to double up on Terra on Obi's
Yeah.
screen here.
that makes sense. We have Gal with Throw. We have Cyan with Jump, and we found a Dragon Horn from the Mount Zozo dragon. So that's really nice. We found some Genji gloves and Ragnaroks.
Getting some rods.
Who else is in our party? Oh, Strago has Magitech, but he also can wield a Valiant Knife that we found in a shop with an offering that we found at Ancient Castle, Vanilla. Thunder Rod's there for Keith.
Here we go.
And
Ultras.
he's got 60 grand, so he's going to pick up a bunch of those. Easy.
That's fine.
Gone.
Yeah, especially after that.
And yes, we do. Terra has Shock as well, in case we don't need. In case we didn't have enough offense.
Alright, well, Keith will be getting there. 10th Esper here. A red cap in the validation chest. The Rappa. He spits hot rhymes and condemns you with Countdown. He rhymes so hard that you pass away. Oh, but he's gone. I would agree with Pero that the true validation is when you're opening that chest as number 69. But it's always pretty good. Red cap is I would call that a B+ validation chest find.
Well, especially with somebody with the Valiant Knife, that might be even an A-.
Yeah, because we do get that free HP heal coming into Kefka's Tower, and so having something like a red cap that we can take off and throw on to get under max HP is always a nifty little trick.
All right, we got 2 more bosses to go here in the tower.
So far, the middle lane was tame. Ew.
Yeah, this is not fun.
With the VK user.
I mean, he's at least got Cyan with Jump. Yeah, give Cyan something to do here.
Ouch. Those are some nasty scritches. Did we decide Haydn and the Hyde Knights is like more of like a jazz thing, or is this a different punk bands? The Rivals.
No, this is like, oh god.
Oh,
Wow.
that was
Cyan jumping with a punch out of the air.
Oh no. Zombie
Uh-oh.
Valiant Knife offering, run, reset.
Reset, reviv. Hope the Strago attacks the enemy. How is... Okay. Let me ask this question about having a zombie VK knife user. How do they do damage? Because they have no hit points.
Yeah, so they have maximum damage, right?
Oh, because they have 0.
Yeah.
We're not like doing a multiply. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Atma weapon zombie user does nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask. I'm gonna make a note
well,
here.
this is RIP anyway here.
To be like, drinks, zombie, BK strats.
Yeah, make a note to ask him about that in the interview.
Yeah, that's the downside of having someone that can't target, or in that case, a zombie that wiped out all the minions. Is that Haydn charges up and does nasty, non-elemental damage attacks.
And
with
it
a couple
wasn't
more
even.
dragons, that might have been an Ultima.
And you know what the funny thing was? Wasn't that like Mega Claw that was one of the Hide Knight's moves, right? That wasn't even the main boss's move.
Yeah.
That knocked Strago on his butt.
We got tunnel armor, so really only Haydn and the Hide Knights is the nasty
Yeah.
KT boss. All of our other now I can name them, right? Inferno.
Air Force. Yeah, Air Force is not so.
You saw
bad.
Air Force at the Inferno spot, but Goddess, Spicy Chicken,
Doomgaze.
Doomgaze, Tritalk still against the wrong
Yeah.
party comp.
Rexel.
So on the this is like a not that cursed. I'm gonna say now that we've seen the end.
Dude, this
Medium
is a
cursed.
Fanatics Tower required seed with no attack magic. It is cursed.
This is like I said, I roll a lot of seeds for myself for practice, so my spectrum is skewed relative to I think a non-cursed seed roller.
Yep. All right. One more boss for Drink's Glue, and he's just got to overcome Haydn and the Hide Knights again. So Goku, do we think that he takes off the offering, or if he decides to use Magitech instead of going with attack to make sure he doesn't get a Quasar to the face again?
I would think using Fire Beam would be a safe strat. Well, I don't know if they have Pearl Rods or not.
Yeah. I think Obi's the one that's stocked up on those.
Because if, like, they have... Yeah, here we go. We're going double earrings. We're doing Fire Beam here.
Round 2.
And there goes Air Force for Keith. So Keith and Obi are pretty close here. And Drink's Glue is about 5 minutes ahead of the other two.
Yeah, it's anyone's race still. With Final Kefka can always do stuff.
We're doing a Flame Shield. Okay.
Love it.
Don't hate this.
We're just throwing away our Flame Shield to the boss. And we're using Golem to protect ourselves.
Great call, too.
Lots of really good strategies.
Which is the critter that does the, like, zombie claw? It's at the bottom. It's the one that's immune to fire,
I'll have to go look that up.
Because that little fool causes so much trouble. Second one from the bottom. Says Pero can in chat. Confuse Claw. Oh, that's equally the bad one, so. It's those back two, huh? The troublemakers.
Well, there's one that basically absorbs almost all of the elements.
We're slogging it here.
Interesting. He's taking a dragon. Are they full middling right now?
Yeah, I think they are.
All right. To answer the questions, bottom left, right? So that's that one. Confuse Claw. Bottom center, Poison Claw. Bottom right, Mega Claw. Upper right, Zombie Claw.
Upper right. Zombie Claw.
Yeah, so last turn it was the Mega Claw turning Strago into on his back and then revived as a zombie.
Mm-hmm. But they got through this time. Switched up this plan.
Bottom left, Confuse. Bottom center, Poison. Bottom right, Mega. Upper right, Zombie Claw.
Now we gotta get the black one. I was gonna say, like, that's wild plan for sure, but
I mean, Black Belt is an interesting call, right? That's the relic that will counterattack when attacked. That will certainly do work on Tier 1, right? Because Tier 1 does physical attacks. And with 10 hits. But after
it's
that...
tough to menu fast and precisely at the end, you know, of Kefka's Tower when you're like, you know. I try not to peek at the race room until like the transition to Tier 4. I might just stop because sometimes I feel like I get too excited and then like do something dumb on Tier 4. But because there's always that rush of peaking. It's like I'm going up Tier 4, no duns in the race room yet.
I like the play of taking off the muscle belt and the red cap and then putting them both back on so you have less HP for the final in your current.
Yeah, so here's just a small note. Muscle belt and red cap don't stack, right? You only need one or the other. So muscle belt will increase your HP by half. Red cap will do it by a quarter. It doesn't turn out to be 3/4 with both. So it only does half, which is the max one. So those do not stack.
Yeah,
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, they don't stack. Yep, they're just going full middle, and then Keith is going full middle, and then clearing out the rest of it. Interesting strategy.
Yeah, had the bosses been tough, that would have been a really good strategy. But the bosses were pretty tame in KT this time around.
Not exactly. Heiden's not one to be underestimated.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah,
of course. Oh, Shote misses. There it is. Instant death summons should never fail. And there goes Strega.
That's what we're talking about. Kefka likes to play sometimes. And cheat by not instant death working. Yeah, we'll see how. I mean, I was gonna say there was a lot of life too going around. That's always a nice thing to have, although not for a BK user.
Any two hero rings stack the magic but not the physical attacks.
Correct.
I don't think Atlas armlets stack with each other.
Correct, they do not.
That would be wild if they did.
And earrings stack with each other, but I think that's about it.
Yeah. So if you do any combination of hero rings and earrings, that'll stack the magic damage boost. Right? So if you have hero ring, earring, you get plus 50%. If you have 2 hero rings, plus 50%. 2 earrings, plus 50%. That's it. Most of the other things in the game don't stack like that.
Alright, we got Obi on their last statue. Very easy. And then they're heading into their final Kefka fight. A couple minutes behind. Keith's got a bit of walking and a couple more statues.
So the balled up fist is weak to water. So if we do use Bismarck,
Tridents. Sometimes I buy those because they're cheap, and if I have a thrower. Yeah, let's see where we're at. We got head dead. Down to the last arm.
Cat hoods don't stack the GP boost, right?
No, they just stack the cuteness of your party members.
You can't pick up all the possible GP twice. That's like a contradiction.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What about Gauntlet and Rage?
So Gauntlet isn't a multiplier. It affects the so it's a different part of the damage calculation than Rage.
It has to do with the battle power, right?
Correct, yeah. It alters the battle power of, well, I'm gonna have to go consult the wiki for the real thing. I'll BRB.
Sages. We must go talk to the espers of mechanics.
Oh, we made it past tier 1.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble early just with that bummer of instant death not landing, but they got a lot of firepower with Edgar, Gao, and Strago.
Yeah, only one tier separating now. Our runners here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of Esper action we have going on. I would have rocked Bahamut, Show, Tritok, and Golem would have been my 4.
We do have mute.
Getting our mute on. Gotta tell Magic to shut it. Shoosh, Magic.
Yeah, we do not, unfortunately, have a means to kill tools here.
Oh, we got Atom Edge.
Oh, okay, never mind, we do.
Is it gonna hit?
Hey, and that actually worked. Beautiful. So Gauntlet, the calculation occurs actually before it does the damage calculation. It's, the attack plus the battle power times 3/4. So it increases your weapon's battle power by 75%, basically. And then once you do rage, the damage is multiplied at the very end.
Oh, it does stack?
Sort of, because they're different.
I'm saying like it's damage stacked.
Correct. Yeah, yes, correct. Because
it will do more damage.
It affects different variables in the calculation. One affects the battle power of your weapons, and one affects the damage that's created as a result of your levels, plus the battle power of the weapons, plus the enemy's weaknesses, plus what row you're in, plus what other relics you got on. All fun stuff.
Hey, that was kind of nice of the boss to confuse Gao and then immediately hit him with a physical attack.
If you have trouble sleeping at night, there's a game FAQs algorithm wiki. It's on our site, ff6worldscollide.com, under the wiki page. This wonderful document is linked out of it.
Yeah, Drinks Glue is really shredding tier 2 right now. They've got 3 out of 4 down right now. And just mute Magic to take care of. And Strago lives through the 10 hits, and in fact, only got more powerful.
Haha, you fool.
Yeah, now Strago's gonna do some big damage.
Oh, 4,000 per hit.
Nice.
Not too bad.
And since Magic can only death counter with things that can't kill you, he will be up to tier 3 with very little HP, which sounds like a bad thing. But in this case, it's not.
Yeah, I like what Drinks Clue is doing here, which is really just like everyone else that doesn't do a ton of damage, like chill. And Edgar and Strago swing.
I think we just saw the spells going off. I don't think we saw a single
Yeah, no quarters.
quarter.
Again, still one tier apart. Very close between these two runners. This will be the interesting tier.
Yeah, we do have Golem, which is good.
Drinks Glue has Golem. I don't think any of the other runners do. He was the only one that went to Alzur's Mansion.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a big edge.
Yeah, that's a big edge right there.
Everyone else has the play the block percentage and what some have called the clinch defense, which is just you really tense up and hope that you only get one and it gets blocked.
Yeah, no life 3.
That's kind of surprising with, not having black magic in the pool and having to get 10 espers. But again, I rolled it. This is the Empire West flag set, correct? See chat asking about it.
Yes. And
We're already
Edgar
getting
is
trains.
Edgar is frozen, and we do not have a way to unfreeze him because in this flag set we have no attack match.
We got time. That's the way we got. He's just gonna need to chill for a bit. Ew, Delta hits coming out.
He's
On
not-
Edgar.
Oh,
Would that have actually been good if he got stone there? Because we can fix stone, probably.
yeah. Well, this will fix our thawing problem. There we go.
That attack never makes sense in my brain that it's fire-based.
Yeah, it looks like that water blast from Mario RPG, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we were too busy talking about thawing out our vegetables here.
Yeah, we
Drinks
got it.
Blue is on to Final Kefka.
Real hung up on the frozen Edgar, but yeah, pretty smoothly. Really just having Edgar and Strago swing away and the other two kind of react, which I think is kind of heads up optimal strategy.
So, an interesting thing here is we might bypass Fallen One, but if we don't, do we hold on to that Mega Elixir and let Strago go one more time at 1 HP? What do you
Some
think,
people
Goku?
have two of them because there was one in Norsh. Yeah, Drinks has got two.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Ow.
that
Yeah, so
hurts.
he's already not going to do Fallen One because we're already getting counterattacked.
This is where I get in trouble with a VK knife user because I like to proc Ultima before Goner goes off, sort of thing. Like trying to go way too hard.
Yeah, it's a delicate dance here.
This
This might do it. No,
is
not.
on the edge.
Well,
Got
that's
it.
a GG. That's a Drinks Blue is done, and yeah, fight's over.
149.25 is the official race time. Get your GGs in chat for Drinks Glue.
Meanwhile, we've got two tier 2s going on. Obi a little bit ahead, I think, with just having 2 left to go. There's 10 hits. I think we're joined by our winner
yeah,
here.
we are joined. GG's Drinks Glue.
Oh, thank you, Goku. Goku, you're such a nice guy. I wasn't going to do an interview but because you asked me so politely, and I really like you. I'm gonna do it just for you, Goku.
Thanks.
Oh, you bet.
So, you were the only one to pick up the Golem Esper.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So, what was your decisions to? Okay, so I have one more Esper to go. What made you go specifically to Oz's Mansion?
Well, I believe I went to the 2 peekable checks, and they were both characters, so that meant that just by the amount of checks alone, that it was a really low chance Owzer's was a character. And if the odd chance it was a character, I was just going to go straight into the auction house. The 2 random encounters would have pushed me over 90,000 GP with everything I could have possibly sold, and that would have been enough for to do the auction house rather timely. So that was the plan. Do what you could to peak, and then all signs pointed to the mansion. And if the mansion was wrong, you're right there by the auction house, so why not?
Yeah. So I cursed everyone by having to make everyone go into Fanatic's Tower required.
Oh, yeah.
So,
If you were watching me when I realized that you had to do Phantom Train, and then I was like, oh man, this is going to be gated by something really awful here at the end because all I have is the Ragnaroks and Cyan just standing there watching. I was like, there's 100% chance this is Magimaster right here. It has to be. So I popped in that the little cubby on the train just in case I had to save and go somewhere I could fight more battles. because the Tritok Esper you got from the Stooges spot taught Berserk at ×2. So I was like, if this is Magimaster, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes learning Berserk real fast. But luckily it wasn't. He was elsewhere.
Yeah. Obi, when he found Magimaster, went no Berserk strats.
Oh.
He had Berserk because we saw Berserk go off in the Fanatic's Tower, but apparently decided not to use it and just YOLO.
Well, if he was really powerful like I was, if you had found the Valiant Knives and then you had found Terra with Shock, you could have overpowered him.
At that point, Obi didn't have the Valiant Knife. And
Yeah, I think you were the only one rocking the Valiant Knife Strago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There was another thing. Is that what do you feel about that Fanatic's Tower required?
Yeah, I guess it was required because if Burning House wasn't a character, you didn't have enough Espers by then. So I guess it was brutal. I really misunderstood when it said no attack magic. I thought that meant that you couldn't attack, and you can only do magic. And then so when I started, I didn't start a fight till like 20 minutes because I was like, oh man, I don't have any way to do damage because I can't attack. And then I did the first battle and I was like, oh, I can't attack. I misunderstood this. And then once I realized I had to go to Fanatic's Tower, I was like, hey, I haven't found any attack magic yet. I haven't found a Bolt 2 even. And that's when I realized, like, oh, that's what that meant. That meant there is no attack magic, not magic replaces attack. But luckily I had Berserk and then 2 people that could just swing and get out the way. And then sometimes things work your way.
Yeah. So the cool thing that we saw, so Obi decided the first check they were going to do at level 3, they were going to Doma, World of Balance, where there was tentacles.
Yeah. I discovered that pretty quickly too and reset. You could cherry pick your equipment, and at level 3, there's unfortunately, with 2 characters, there's nothing you can do against tentacles except get grabbed and die. So I had to come back later. I even at one point think I went back. I was like, okay, I'm level 9 now. Maybe I get this try. And I was like, this isn't going to work with 2 characters. So I went, I think, up to Narsh and just did Kefka Narsh.
Yeah, the unfortunate... What'd you think about that red cap?
I was like, I forgot to reset out. And then once I realized, like, oh, wait, I'm about to 1v1 with Edgar at level 9 against whatever this is. I was like, okay, well, I've gone this far. Let me walk past these last couple of Imperials, and hopefully it's Daddy Luma or Tunnel Armor or Leader. And luckily it was one of those 3. There's about 5 bosses where I don't reset right there, out of like the 37 that are available. So that was pretty fortunate.
Yeah.
But then the red cap. I was like, man, this is really lucky. This Esper is going to teach something really nice. It's going to have strength +2 and Bolt 3 on it, and I was like, nope, it's a red cap.
Yeah, so what did you think of the flag set overall?
I really liked it. I like that it forces you to not rely on magic. Magic is very overpowered in this game overall, and it's really easy to get going and get stuff thrown away when you have access to high tier spells. So it just forces you another way to get creative, especially that sea where you're locked at Fanatic's Tower with no magic. If you hadn't found offense or Berserk by then, you had to really improvise, and so it just forces you a different ways to get creative to kill stuff, which is always fun.
Yeah,
And Keith's getting the crack pow on tier 4 there.
Very nice, Keith.
2nd place.
Keith got that dog in him.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of dogs, you have the lead in the number of dogs pet in this race at twice. So
yeah.
Congratulations on that as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Anything I could do to, pad the stats.
Whoever took Terra, the first one to take Terra, won in my eyes. Because, I love Terra. She's my waifu.
I had the Dragon Horde for Cyan. He just couldn't equip the Valiant Knife. He couldn't equip the Ragnarok, and I never stumbled across anything for him. So if he had, like even a sniper, and he could have jumped with the Dragon Horn, Terra wouldn't have came in. But since Cyan couldn't get anything going, he got replaced.
Yeah, it was even a shock Terra, which surprised me. And then Strago with Magitac.
So,
Yes,
you got any other questions for Drinks Glue Fits? We'll get Keith in here to get his.
Yeah, I got
thought.
one last one. Let's get Keith in. I wanted to ask about that hide and fight and how it felt rocking those zombie VK knife offering strategies. It almost paid off.
And I was like, I just let him get one swing. What the animation goes on with the Brewify, and maybe it stops him. But let him get one swing, and maybe he does the good thing and targets the big guy. But he made the big guy mad. It almost paid off, but as soon as I saw that, I knew that sometimes untargetable offense backfires, and that's one of the situations where it does. But as soon as that didn't work out, I immediately knew I was going to take the shield off Terra and break him and just get through it that way.
That was a nice roller coaster of emotions. Oh, look, he's killing the boss. Oh no, this is Quasar.
Yeah,
Obi
for sure.
getting the crack pow there as well.
Very well
finishing
done by
strong.
Obi.
Yeah, any final thoughts now?
No, let's get Keith in here. Keith got that dog in him, so let him get in on here.
GG
All right.
Keith. Thoughts about the seed?
I mean, it's kind of how I a little expected it. Trying to find swords. The no free progression helps. So you're not quite finding dead checks everywhere, but it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was I mean, two characters are always a little slow, but having at least one character who could equip things was helpful. And then it was a matter of I had a feeling it was gonna have to be Fanatic's Tower because I peeked it quick and then just had to make sure I had to teach some people Berserk and then hope for the best, and it was fine. Just a little bit a slower pace than probably most are used to, but when you don't have magic, it's kind of expected. At least having Ragnaroks on hand and then getting the Illumina helped, but otherwise it was just a plodding pace, like just finding everything. I mean, I got a couple levels early, so nothing gave too much of a headache except my own doing in the beginning, the death and the meme, but not knowing that Cyan was going to go insane.
Yeah, we all saw that glitch happen.
Yeah.
The jumping Cyan with Tempest just getting pushed off the screen.
It did a lot of damage, at least. But
yeah, it did, but
it didn't help him any. And then the second one just didn't work out, so I had to get rid of it and then re-walk through the dream. But it wasn't terrible. It was just interesting. And then I don't think I've ever done it. I had never walked into Cyan's room in the dream. Didn't know what happened. Didn't know I'd have to witness his Strago and the family having a moment. I'd never actually done that in any game. So I got stuck in there. That was fun.
Yeah, that was definitely something to witness, and you gave us a prime example why to never do that.
Yeah, I've never done it. I was like, oh, can I grab that chest? And I was like, nope. Now I know. But it's fun. I mean, I guess if I'm gonna do it,
do it before the check or after the check, not in the middle of it.
Yeah, at least
it's funny because I had literally just explained that because Fitz was like, "Hey, I never knew there were chests upstairs in Dream,"
Yeah, so I don't mind doing it on stream to show everybody what to not do. So
hey, it's what happens, and it happens to the best. Rest of Us.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Drinks Glue went into had a VK offering Strago.
where'd the VK come from?
Hey, Drinks Glue, you want to remind us?
Oh yeah, it was in the World of Balanced Phasma. 'Cause I looted all 5 major towns, and then it was in Phasma, but Edgar and Cyan couldn't use it, and I was like, as soon as I find characters, I'll come back, and then Yao and Strago could use it.
Yeah. So yeah, the VK offering Strago out of everyone. He also had to witness Kefka's Tower on the left, where Haydn was, a zombified VK offering Strago attacking.
Oh. Yeah, I played the tower fairly conservatively because I was very worried about who I had, but it wasn't that much of a bother. But I had 2 really great characters and 2 I did not care about, and those 2 could have made it, but was not sure. I really wanted Cyan to be great, and he just could not find anything useful to use besides crazy Tempest.
Yeah, that was a weird bug. You know, we should report it to the.
I'm sure somebody's brought it up at some point. I think I've heard of it, but I don't remember that one specifically. But yeah, it was weird. And then he was like still there in the second fight, still fighting, just invisibly, and then he couldn't use items. So.
That's weird. You can't use items either.
Very odd, but yeah, it was weird. But I like the flags. I like not using magic. So at least we had something to use. I mean, I checked the Coliseum, couldn't find anything useful there. So, but
yeah, definitely. Yeah, Coliseum did not pay out this time. We did see multiple Coliseum plays, but none of them really gave anything. So,
yeah, I don't know if there's any. I mean, the only check I didn't look into was Kefka at Narsh. I don't think anybody wants to do that without.
Kefka at Narsh gave a red cap.
Oh yeah. You're welcome for that information. I gave a red cap.
Yeah, because then besides that, I found like my last couple things and didn't really have to go venturing through. But I didn't have too. I guess I could. It depends on what you wanted to do for Terra, but.
Yeah, the seed opened up once you finally got Terra, because there was Celeste at Mobliz, there was Mog at Daryl's Tomb after getting Setzer from Realm, who was at Terra's check, right? So the seed opened up, but at that point we already had 7 characters, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a feeling it had to go somewhere there, but I wish Celeste had come in earlier. That would have been nice for the M-Tech, but oh well. I
might actually go into the seed and, figure out where every single character was. I'm kind of curious where the rest of the characters were.
Yeah, they started coming out, but Terra only has so many good ones there because the cave is dead.
Yep.
Mobliz is
Leet River and Zozo Tower. We don't know what was there.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't see any great reason to go into the river. Zozo, if you got a stone, I guess if you need to. But I was going to go to Narsh to get the earrings I wanted anyway, so I figured I'd double it with the check and the heal. But I wasn't going all the way up, so.
Yeah, definitely. But that was. I wonder, okay, so we had Magitech, but no Celeste, and then immediately when we found Magitech, I was like, where is Celeste? Where is that Imperial soldier?
Yeah. The downside of the way the objectives can go sometimes it's a big hope, but I mean, we had most of the pieces, I guess, for a quick. Having 2 characters that could deal, double over 10k each was helpful. So.
Fitz, you got any other final questions for Keith?
What are you looking forward to in the upcoming Battlegrounds event? What's got you excited?
I like the variety. I like seeing more flags used and more like this is a prime example of taking away magic is nice. I've done a bunch of them now in the past couple weeks to just test them out and see different things. And there's a few that are very standardish, but I like having some of these oddball ones where you really have to kind of play with some different strategies, and it should help with some of the team think about it. But I think that's the biggest thing and especially for newer players, because you have some teammates to give you some pointers, because some of these flags, like, it's odd to know where to go with it. Like, I mean, I think once you've been around for long enough, you know that you're gonna have to use Berserk to get through the tower, which is something that we've brought up, but we had plenty of it, which was great. Otherwise, that was going to be I guess you eventually just have to keep searching because there's no other way to get through it. But
we found rods, pearl rods, ice
Right.
rods.
I bought a lot of rods.
I
Yeah.
think you bought a lot of thunder rods, right?
Yep.
And,
I bought ice and thunder.
Bahamut was
Yeah.
the Esper we got too.
Yep.
It's gross, but
Yeah. So fortunately, we didn't have to sit through that. So, but yeah, just the variety of strategies that are available. I think we don't see enough at times. So that's what I like that about this. I like events where we really mix up the flags, the full breadth of what we can do.
Any more final thoughts?
No. Thanks for putting on to restream it to show off some stuff to everyone, and for everybody helping out with that, and then for the organizers doing the event and coming up with the flag sets, which is probably the really hard part. Is just coming up with flag sets and testing them out and getting that to all run.
Yeah, and also join the Discord, the War Squad Discord. This event is still sign up for it.
there is still time.
There is still time.
All right, and we are joined last by Obi. Congratulations on finishing out the seed. GG's.
Oh, thank you. That was super fun. Appreciate it.
So, what did you think of the Empire West flag set? We had no attack magic, and we had to go to Fanatic's Tower. That always makes for a fun time.
I was lucky that I found an early Ragnarok, I think, in the throne or somewhere. I'm not sure where I found it, but it was in South Figaro in the bucket on the way to the item shop. Found a Ragnarok, and then I was able to just berserk through Fanatics. And I had found Pearl Rods and Tizen nearby, so I wasn't too concerned with Fanatics. I just don't like doing that check personally, but when the seed's screaming at you, you only have a couple options left. It was either that or Kefka at Narsha at one point, I think, so that's where I was going.
So Drake's Glue found a VK offering for Strago.
Yeah, that's interesting. I saw the VK in the Hazma, but I just didn't go that route. Where was the offering?
Wasn't
It was Vanilla
Ancient
Monster.
Castle.
Yeah, it was Vanilla
Yeah.
Monster in a box. Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that. That's unfortunate. I kept trying to find a decent weapon for Cyan to jump with, but just didn't go my way on that. And then I was just having Gao throw shurikens, hoping for a strength Esper, but never came my way either.
Yeah. Also, Kefka Narsh giving a red cap. Thank you, Drake's Glue.
He would be the one to go find that.
You're very welcome.
Solo character into it.
I know. I walked up there just to see, like, if there's a character up here, I might as well get it. I walk up there, I saw a ghost. Nope. Not worth it. And then I
Solo
struggled.
character.
I struggled a little bit with Magimaster, but he had rage rings for sale in the relic shop there. I just went that route with him. Overall, though, these flag sets were a lot of fun. I was a little worried starting off, but with the no free lunch or no free characters, this just means that those are items, so it's good to utilize those and hopefully get something good. And the Coliseum was a bit of a letdown because I got a Super Ball from a chainsaw, and a fake mustache gave a chainsaw, so I got 2 Super Balls, but that was about it.
Yeah, it was, very. What do you think of the shop setting?
I mean, Burning House was the aloe vera that gave tiger fangs, so you had money for days. The shop settings were fine. I thought, you could find rods. I found pearl rods and thunder rods eventually. I heard somebody else say that they found ice. So, yeah, the shops didn't trip me up, except my own self not buying items like I usually do, but that's on me.
Yeah, that is definitely a you problem, but
It's a total me problem. I do it every time.
yeah.
I even went early. Like, the first thing I did was like, I got Edgar. Let's go get cheap items. Nope. Still didn't buy enough.
Yep, that definitely sounds like something you should work on. But
I'm going into this with an open mind. I'm a slower racer, obviously, but these are just so much fun, and I hope everybody joins this because it's a breath of fresh air from Ultros League. So I hope everybody joins because even slow racers like myself have a lot of fun. So everybody should join.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think of the Thanax Tower?
I'm trying to remember who the boss was up there.
Cranes. It was Cranes.
Cranes. Okay, yeah, I berserked Edgar. He was swinging an Illumina and a Ragnarok. I did enjoy the injured lad, by the way. That you never see that. That was fun. And I had pearl rods, so I wasn't too concerned.
Yeah, every single tool in the game, but no tool user.
I mean, that's just standard. Like that would be like doing the Zozo flag set, not having a character have steel. It's just that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Hey, speaking of Zozo flag set, I have been practicing a little bit on it. It's kind of fun. I actually enjoy it more than any of the other flag sets. So
That one, everybody should practice again because it did change from the time it was showcased. So yeah, check that one out. It's different and I feel it's more fun. So shout outs to Zozo and everybody who's changing the flag sets for the better. So I know it's a lot of work.
yeah, the 100% random chess, but monster in a box can be in regular chess. That one is kind of neat.
I like how it's the same for everybody because that was a concern. I don't know why it would be different, but in my mind, I'm just like, oh, is it 5% for just me? It makes you think like, do I really need to loot this random chest way over here?
Yeah, it gets you thinking. Do you risk, a monster in a box?
And
Or
it's gonna
do
be
you not?
ninjas or the thing that's gonna just spam
Oh, hey,
Zombite on
there
you.
was this one where there was this one restream where it was how was the ninja the bad ninja and Madam fight.
Oh,
What was that? And every single person ran into it and just died.
Yeah, I think you had fun with Madam Veteran fight. Was that you that took that fight, or was that someone else?
I did
Yeah.
take that fight.
Yeah, that
I
was,
remember
that got real dicey real fast. Anyway, Fitz, you got any questions for Obi? We'll wrap this up here.
Well, I was going to ask him what he was looking forward to in the upcoming event, but he just kind of answered that already, so I'm good to go. Thanks for if you want to expand on that, go for it.
personally hoping that I'm on the Empire side. Just the flag sets for the Empire are so, I don't know, different. It's different not being so magic heavy, I would say. It's I don't know. I'm really looking forward to all of them. I've played, I think, 95% of the flag sets. They're all fun. Especially Zozo now that it's changed. It's up there with the best of them. So yeah, I'm just excited to, help whatever side I end up on, and it's a team event, which is cool. So, you can kind of game plan a little bit. So yeah, I'm super excited. Thanks again for hosting all these and all the work that goes into it. I really
Hey, thank you
appreciate
for
it.
running. Thank you for running. We can't have a restream without the runners. So
Oh, anytime I'm free and I see it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, so thank you guys for volunteering to run, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Goku and Fitz, for doing commentary. It was a lot of fun, this broadcast. We got any other final thoughts before we sign off here?
Can I get a quick plug in?
Plug away. Plug away.
All right, so y'all know I play a lot of different JRPG randomizers. And so I'm helping to organize a new player camp for the Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. So if you've ever thought about playing and you wanted maybe a little bit of guidance and mentorship, signups are open. We're going to get started at like the beginning of September, and it'll be a nice, chill, low stress way to learn the game. So if you're interested, join the Chrono Trigger Jets of Time Discord, and it's pinned in the signups. So that should be a nice, fun thing going on while I'm waging war in the Worlds Collide world at the same time.
I picked Empire, so Team Empire.
Yeah, I think I picked Returners. I feel like I've been surprised at how much Empire love that there is out there, but we'll settle this on the battlegrounds.
Yeah, I've got to admit that Kefka and Leo are definitely more memorable characters than anybody on the Returners, right?
Yeah, but what about our buff grandpa Arvis? All right, like that guy holds it down in Narsh. Let's be honest.
That is true. I've chosen to not pick a faction, and I'll take whatever I can get, basically. So we'll see how it goes. It should be a lot of fun. So hoping to bring more broadcasts of it to both this channel, where we have our weekly slot here on Wednesday, sometimes Tuesday, sometimes Thursday, depending upon when we're busy and when we're not busy. So hopefully we can catch everybody on the next one. Goku, you got any final thoughts before we sign off here?
I don't like the whole thing about having the returners being banned. That's partially why I chose the Empire.
There you go.
I have too many memories of Bannon has fallen in my mind throughout my childhood. So,
there you go.
I'm not doing it.
The ban and discrimination will continue until morale approves. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us for this Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Wednesday. We will be back at some time. If you're interested in playing the game, ff6worldscollide.com is the website. Link to our Discord is there as well. And we stream on our own Twitch channel, FF6 Worlds Collide on Twitch, and we'll hope to see you next time. Thanks, everybody, and bye-bye now.
See ya.